Hey everyone, how are we? So, about a week ago, I had a conversation with a very enlightened being from Arcturus, and he explained to me something that makes sense. It makes sense, and it's something we don't often think about going through our self-development and consciousness spiritual journey. But it is so true. It's really, really basic. So from what I learned from him is this. We're born in a 5D frequency. So when we're born into the 5D, and our upbringing, our beliefs, the knowledge we gain actually drops us down in frequency. So we're dumbed down by society through beliefs and indoctrination and knowledge, and you have to fit in, or we throw you under a label and pump you full of drugs, etc., etc. So you're born in 5D and you're dumbed down. The older you get, the more you're dumbed down, if you allow it. Okay. If you remain in the 5D, like we have psychics, mediums, connected to spirit consistently, not lose it as a child when you don't fit in with the rest of the crowd. So you'd be labeled crazy if you see things that, or believe in things that are not true or not seen as normal. So we cut ourselves off from universal knowledge, and we cut ourselves off from spirit by allowing society to do that to us, okay? By wanting to fit in and not be labeled. So you're already 5D. So you're already a multi-dimensional being, which means you have the ability to tap into many different dimensions, many different frequencies. You have that potential to do that 100% of the time. Now, as you lower your frequency to fit in with society, the ability to tap into those frequencies diminishes. So you no longer have the ability to tap into, or the access to tap into, the higher frequencies, because you are dumbing yourself down. Okay. Unintentionally, but you are. We all are. Okay. Now, the awakening process is simply to reconnect. It's not to connect, it is to reconnect to those higher frequencies that you were born with. Okay. Yes, even evil people are born with a higher frequency. It is just their physical mind that chooses, and their spirit that chooses to do not very nice things. Okay, so every spirit is 5D minimum. Okay. I'm not explaining myself very well here, but keep with me. It's very early in the morning. My brain's not firing. And if I wait, I won't want to do this video. I will put it off and off and off until tomorrow morning. And guess what? My brain still won't be firing. So best just to get it out there. So when you lower your frequencies, you're human. And what does human mean? It does not mean we're in this physical body that looks human, what we describe as human. What human actually means, according to the Arcturians and other higher dimensional races, I would guess so, is you reside in a physical vessel, in a particular type of physical vessel on planet Earth, in this particular realm. Okay, in this particular dimension. Okay. So once you wake yourself up, or reconnect, not wake up, I hate that term, reconnect with the higher frequencies that you are born with naturally, or naturally born with, you are no longer human, because being human means you only have access to this particular realm because of your lower frequencies. So you are now once you hit the true 5D energy, you are now, or the 5D frequency, you are now a multi-dimensional being, exactly as you were when you were born. So if you are saying, and this comes straight from the Arcturians, okay, straight from this particular Arcturian being, if you are in the true 5D vibrational frequency and you are calling yourself human, you are lying. You are placing yourself within a small, very, very small box. And that box you cannot break out of that box until you drop the labels. Okay, so what does a multi-dimensional being mean? It simply means that you have the ability to tap into multi-dimensions. It literally means that you can astral travel, you can tune into the spirit world, you can be part of multiple timelines all at the same time. Now, it goes much more complicated than this, but I'm watering it down so that we can take it one step at a time, so that we can understand one bit, and then we'll give more information to understand the next step, then the next step. Because if we give too much detailed information all at the same time, then people go, huh? What? I don't get it. So we take it one step at a time. Okay. So, being human refers to a lower dimensional reality, reality in the physical world on planet Earth, in this particular body. Okay. Multidimensional means you can tap into and experience many different dimensions or realities at the same time. Now, I've been doing this a lot for, people say, oh, what's going to happen in the future? When is the funds going to be released? When's this? What's that? I have no answers, because I tune into many different future realities. And all of them, you exist in all of them. Every one of them you exist in. So you exist in the timeline that we have a pole shift, or Earth crust displacement, or rotation, whatever you want to call it, where the Earth flips on its side, whatever, caused by the solar flash or caused by magnetic shift of the pole, whatever. Okay. And half the Earth is destroyed, and many people die, animals die, you name it, much like the flood that the Bible talks about. That's one timeline. You exist in it. There's another timeline where all this wonderful technology comes to the public, and we just continue on our ascension journey, and we begin building the foundations of the new Earth, and away we go. We just continue expanding our consciousness and all of this. That's another timeline. You exist in it. Another timeline is where there is a solar flash, or grand solar whatever, whatever the term is that people use these days, where another dimension actually splits from the one we are experiencing now, and that is the 5D new Earth, the new one, that's where the medbeds exist, that's where all the technology exists, that's where the new Earth galactic community exists, and the 3D people stay here and continue along their ascension journey and slowly wake up to what's been going on, and where disclosure starts to happen, and all of this, and there's so many different timelines, and you exist in all of them. There's also a timeline where the funds were released about 8 to 12 months ago, and everybody's using medbeds, and everybody is doing their projects, and we've gone through the EBS, and we've seen all the Gitmo trials, and I don't want to say it because my channel will be taken down, but all the other stuff, okay, that we're supposed to be waiting for, that's already happened in another potential timeline, another future timeline, okay, and you exist in all of them. So when you are in the 5D frequency, vibrational frequency, you have memories bleed through experiences of each of these timelines. So if you're in a lower frequency, you no longer have access to different dimensional timelines or realities. You need to drop everything and return to your natural, true self. And how do we do this? Simple, very simple. It's harder to do because it means you have to face some uncomfortable truths. But it is actually very simple to do. Get out of here and get into here. Very simple. Very easy. You need to get out of your head and drop all your beliefs. Forget that all the knowledge that you've ever been taught, except of course how to walk and how to go to the bathroom. They are necessary. Forget everything. Forget everything. Drop your judgments about other races and how people look and how people behave and how people act. Drop your judgments about people with disabilities, because they are abilities. They are just opportunities to experience a physical reality from a different perspective. Drop your knowledge about why we've been poisoned and all of that. Drop it all. All of it. Every single bit of it. Forget, not even forget, but just get rid of all the negativity in your life. Get rid of a murderer is a bad person. Yes, people are going to go, oh, no, you're satanic. No, I'm not. Because I understand life from a higher perspective, that people do what we consider bad, evil things. They're just playing a role in a reality of duality, which creates balance of light and dark. It's just role playing. It's like watching a movie. You got the good guy and you got the bad guy. It's just a movie. Are people affected by it? Yes, but you are also playing a role in that movie. You may not like it, but you're still playing a role. Okay. So, because we are spirit, and we never leave the spirit world. When we come into a physical incarnation, we don't actually leave the spirit world. We're always in spirit. Always, 100% of the time. You don't return to spirit when you die, because you're always there. You never left. So, from the perspective of spirit, physical reality is spirit just dreaming you're having an experience. It's like you right now, or when you finish watching this video, using your imagination to create a story in your head or another version of a life you'd like to live. It's like kids. A little girl wanting to be a princess. She creates in her head that she's a princess. The difference is she acts out that she's a princess. Okay, then she grows up and, oh no, we have to fit in with society. I can't pretend I'm a princess. When in fact, you are creating an alternate reality within your physical experience. And this alternate reality is a mental reality. I do it all the time. My imagination goes wild 100% of the time. I've got about 6 different realities going on in my head, and depending on what mood I'm in, it's like reading a book, but imagining you're one of the characters, placing yourself in that book. And it is so much fun. It's so much fun. And it's not just you having an imagination. Your imagination is you creating alternate realities on a vibrational level. Okay, now, this is something humanitarians need to do. Okay, imagine yourself in your finished project. What does it feel like? What does it look like? What's the scenery? Use your imagination, because your thoughts are energy. When you believe it and when you focus on it, when you become it of what it is you want, that creates the vibrational frequency that allows manifestation, that allows your dreams, your imagination, which is your alternate reality, to manifest into this physical reality. So start dreaming, start imagining, start using your thought, your power of thought to create. Use your imagination to create. Now, when you are 5D energy, back to the original reason I wanted to do this video. I kind of got off track, but I think it's important anyway. So, once you reach the 5D frequency, or reconnect to the 5D frequency, the true 5D frequency, not the I send you love and light and oh, I'm so loving, But oh yeah, I do complain about people, and I do bitch about people, and I do send them bad energy, and I do wish that the evil ones were executed. And you know, that's not true 5D energy. True 5D energy is from the heart, regardless of your situation, your beliefs, whatever. It's from the heart. Okay, that's when the entire multiverse, source, that's when source completely opens up to you. When you really go into the 5D frequency. This is when you begin experiencing multiple realities at the same time. When you begin experiencing or remembering your other lifetimes, your other so-called incarnation. This is when you start reconnecting with who you truly are, and that is energy. That is creation. That is source. That is all that is. That is God itself. That's when you start reconnecting with that. That's when you can astral travel at will. That's when your connection with not only yourself, your higher self, and your physical self, but other dimensional beings becomes so complete and so strong that you blend, merge, whatever you like to call it, you actually become them and they become you. So you can be living right now, listening to this video, while merging or blending with another being's energy and experiencing what they are experiencing. It's only when you reach the true 5D, reconnect with the true 5D energy, that this becomes possible. And this is the same with the lower energies, cannot comprehend or understand or even see what you do, because they're not at a vibrational frequency where they have access to it. So until you remove all the crap that you've learned and been brought up with, and deal with your traumas and all of that since you were born, only then will you reconnect with the true 5D energy. Until then, we just keep working through our shadow self, we keep working through our traumas and our dramas, we keep working on our judgments, not only about others and situations, but about ourselves and our traumas and what we don't like about ourselves. And the best part to deal with what we don't like about ourselves is to stand in front of the mirror, butt naked, for half an hour and find every little detail you cannot stand about yourself. And then spend the next half hour looking at those details, knowing that you're not so bad after all. Because once you get over the shock of how bad you look, butt naked in front of the mirror, then you start realizing, hey, I'm not so bad after all. I'm actually pretty good. I'm actually okay. Yeah, okay, I got a bit of cellulite and a few dimples and rimples and scars and all the other bumps and lumps. But I've lived. I've lived a life of experiencing. I'm a survivor. I have survived so much. I have succeeded in so much. I'm still breathing after life tried to kill me. I'm a champion. I'm a hero. Yes, I really do actually love myself. My lumps and bumps and cellulite and fat deposits and dimples and rimples and every other thing you can think of is not so bad after all. Guess what? Now you've just stepped up another notch. That's when that confidence within yourself and self-love actually starts shining through in your everyday life. That's when you start getting rid of all the crap that you have accumulated since the day of your birth. Or the day of your conception, because babies in the womb still are being indoctrinated by their parents' beliefs and habits and other crap. So, once you start loving yourself, everything starts to fall away from you that you no longer need. That's when your vibrational frequency will begin to reconnect to how you are meant to be. That's when you become a multi-dimensional being. and not a mere human who is stuck. And I mean vibrationally stuck here on earth. Now, there is a lot more to being my words and being stuck. Okay, you're not technically stuck, but I'll leave it at this, because we need to understand step 1 so we can move on to step 2. You can't go from A to Z without doing, the rest of the steps in the middle. So this is just one piece of the puzzle. I have so much more pieces of the puzzle to give you, but not all in the one go, because you'll just be like, huh? What? Huh? And then you'll just be bursting with questions. So we'll stick with step 1 today, and then tomorrow or another day, whenever I wake up and I'm in that frequency to do the next step, then we'll go from there. But I hope this helps in some kind of understanding. I know this video has been all over the place this morning. I've literally just woken up and got out of bed, and yeah, my mind is going so much faster than I can actually put it into words. Getting information from here, I'm getting information from everywhere, and I can't keep up. It's too early. So I want to wish everyone an absolutely beautiful day, or night, or evening, or morning, whatever floats your boat, and just love. It's not that complicated. Love. Get out of your heart and get out of your head and get into your heart. I told you it was early. All right, love you all. Okay, have a great day. Bye.